helping of this horse!
근데 문 열렸을 때 나는 그 전령이 도착해서 구해주는 줄 알았는데 영준님이 직접 오셨네? 다행이다. 그래도 다행이다, 진짜.
You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
야, 드디어 대접을 받는구나.
So, you're messengers from Ratai, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up. All right, then. Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort.
Welcome to Trotsky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed, including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now, you tell me what happened here in Herrgottsnamen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
그거는
In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it?
근데 아니 밀렵은 중범죄라며 어쩔 수가 없잖아. 근데 이거
Your Chamberlain's welcome was appropriate enough, considering our appearance, the situation in your domain, and your orders, sir.
이거 인정해야 돼.
I appreciate your diplomacy, young man. Master Chamberlain Ulrich can sometimes be more hasty and passionate than is healthy. And we are glad you hold no grudge against him. Are we not, Ulrich?
I regret what happened, gentlemen. Please accept my humblest apologies.
Anyway, let us leave this misunderstanding aside and get to the point. As far as I'm aware, Ratai showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlava together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy.
아니 이게 무슨 소리야 이게? 저는 잘 몰라가지고 1편 얘긴가?
But
조용히
let us
해야겠다.
leave that aside. Tell me, what does Sir Hanush have on his mind? I am all ears.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right. Go ahead and speak.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control. And that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia, neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas. Quite the contrary.
Let us say that maybe. What arises from it?
Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
아, 뭐 배신은 좀 아니고요. 그냥 비즈니스 파트너 전략적
Betray is a strong word.
예.
We came to you, Sir Otto, because you're the leading voice of the League of Lords.
말이 꼬이네.
I expect there are also lords among your ranks who are considering how to find a way out of this sticky situation.
야, 얘 말
And for
잘한다.
the kingdom of Bohemia,
아니 헨리 이렇게 말 잘하는
certainly be
애였어?
better if our paths were to join rather than parting.
Your companion speaks like a diplomat, Sir Hans. However, the question is whether it's possible to join fire with water and end up with anything but nasty smoke. Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzik are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that, since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison, including my captain.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Is that so? Now that is what I call the words of a knight, Sir Hans.
Right now, we've got a common enemy, so we have common interests too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed, you may. Perhaps in the end we may really find some common ground. I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with those outlaws once and for all. I'm summoning my vassals here to Trotsky. And since I don't have many men left to send as messengers, I will gladly accept your help.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov, a small castle, or rather a fortress among the cliffs. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is an old hardhat and may not be very willing to fulfill his obligations. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like yourself visited him to explain him clearly why I need his whole garrison.
쉬울 것 같은데?
Is that all, sir?
It's no simple task. Knowing Jaromir, if I sent a common messenger, he'd come
아닌가
back
보네.
with a boot print on his backside. Dealing with the lower nobility can be tricky. They tend to be fixated on their own somewhat fragile status.
아니 뭐 누구길래 그렇게까지 경고를?
Who is this Lord Nebak?
The lord of a smaller house with not much in the way of estates, just a fortress and lands, but he also owns a mill
아니, 뭐그
that
정도면
provides a
자영업자네.
significant part of his income. His children are grown up. His daughter married well, thanks to Sir Otto. His son is away from the domain, dealing with duties. Sir Otto helped him to acquire an official position. In short, the House of Nebak is more than beholden to Sir Otto for his magnanimous help and support.
Thank you, Ulrich. Nevertheless, I suspect Jaromir will not be keen to charge.
아니 근데 그 정도로 도움을 받았는데 왜
But that is of little consequence.
왜 안 나와?
Here's a few good men who will be useful. That will do us. If he delivers, I will regard his obligation as fulfilled.
근데 거절하면 어떻게 되는 거죠?
What should we do if he's unwilling to heed what we say?
His house has always been loyal to mine. And it has always been more than worth their while. So tell him that I would like it to remain so. I do not expect any great obstacles, but it would be wise to show Sir Jaromir respect by sending him someone of status. He will take his time over being persuaded, and then concur, as he always has done.
I'll get to him somehow, sir.
I expect nothing less from you.
오케이. 가는 길은 어때요?
Is the route safe?
As I said, the fortress is in the wilderness amongst the cliffs. There are many places where outlaws may be hiding, so watch out.
Don't worry, sir. I have Henry here by my side for such situations.
We'll take care of it, sir. Count on us.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible. Let's not delay our diplomatic mission unnecessarily.
Very well. I think that is all for now. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put your heads down, and he will supply you with horses.
말을 줘?
And once we have
나는
resolved
말이
this
있는데.
little digression, we shall talk about your own mission.
Thank you, sir.
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits? Would you recognize any of them?
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed, I believe I saw among them one of the men we ran up against at home.
Oh. What did he look like? Do you know his name?
He's called Istvan Toth, a Hungarian noble. He wears black armor. A stocky fella, around 40.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance, from behind. You're imagining it.
And why does this Toth interest you, young man?
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau. And he has something that belongs to me.
Interesting. Interesting. But I must disappoint you. I saw no one of that description.
Thank you, sir. And sorry. I had to ask.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of Uri here. And I shall look forward to the good tidings you bring me from Nebakov. Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything, sir. The Lord be with you.
There will be time enough yet for social niceties. Now there are more practical matters to deal with. Sir Otto has generously agreed to accommodate Lord Capon in one of his chambers. And you, Henry, shall also be
저도요.
accommodated, as befits your station. There, your equipment shall also be returned to you, and you'll find your horse in the stable. Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that, as a noble's escort, you should have a befitting mount. And therefore, he has kindly decided that you may take one of our horses, if you so wish.
새 말이라.
Gentlemen, follow me.
아무튼 가보겠습니다. 감사합니다.
So, Sir Hans, allow me to...
Hold on, Sir Ulrich. If you think everything is settled between us, and we're going to act like nothing happened, then you're mistaken.
Sir?
You were going to have me executed a short while ago. I expect a proper apology.
Then please accept my apology once more, sir. But given the circumstances...
Given the circumstance? What
아니
circumstances?
너 밀렵을 했잖아.
Poaching is a capital offense.
And are you the king? That you can hand down death
아니.
sentences?
너무 억지 아니야?
No, you are not. What's more, you had plenty of reasons to realize it wasn't a
아
good
대화가 안
idea.
되네.
Sir, I could not have realized that.
You couldn't have realized. Yes, you could, but then you wouldn't have been able to play the Lord and stage private executions.
야야야 그만해 임마.
Once more, I apologize. And now, please allow me to show you to your quarters.
I wouldn't dream of inconveniencing you. I'll find my quarters by myself. Henry, once you're done with that annoying fool,
아니
get your horse and we'll meet at the gate.
Well, it seems Lord Capon will not be requiring my services anymore today.
이해해 주십시오.
Excuse him. He's been through a lot, as I'm sure you understand.
It is understandable, of course. I was just hoping that our relationship would be a bit warmer after that, regrettable misunderstanding.
그게 참
Nevertheless, welcome to Trusky, the finest and biggest castle you shall ever see. Rumor has it that the castle was built on the jaws of hell,
아이 자막이
and
참.
that we're sometimes plagued by
지옥에
demons
있고.
here. But don't believe a word of it. It's just idle talk to excuse the servants' laziness and incompetence.
그래요?
It's demanding enough keeping everything here running smoothly without any of that. It requires a man of exceptional qualities and talents. By the way, this place is a maze for strangers. It's very easy to get lost.
미로라. 확실히 미로 같긴 했어. 되게 성이 직관적이지 않게 생겼더라고요.
The jail cells are down there. But I
감옥.
believe you are already fairly
거긴
well
압니다.
acquainted with that part of the castle, aren't you?
너무 익숙하죠.
All too well, thanks.
Here it is.
Oh.
You'll find a bed inside, opposite the door, and a chest where we put your belongings. You'll find some new clothing there, a little gift
옷도
from our
있어? 아니,
gracious
미쳤네.
Lord, to ensure you're not mistaken for a beggar again. Once you're settled in and properly dressed, stop by the stables. They're beyond the gate, down the path. Ask for Kabat. He was supposed to prepare a horse and tack for you. Or tell him you'll keep your own if you insist. Then he'll give you proper tack at least, so you don't disgrace us.
감사합니다. 관심 끄세요는 좀 너무하고.
Thanks. I'm grateful.
As you should be. So, you and I are finished, and I can finally attend to some proper work, so this castle doesn't fall on our heads.
감사합니다. 어디 한번 가볼까? 아니 근데 진짜 이게 계급이 달라지니까 확실히 대우가 완전히 달라지네. 한스가 길을 쓰고 막 귀족 행세를 하려고 하는, 아니지, 행세가 아니라 귀족 그거 증명을 하려고 한 이유가 있었다. 와, 아니 뭐 방도 뭐 뭐야? 여기 뭐야? 오, 2층, 아니 2층이면 복층이야 방이. 야, 이거 좋은데요. 아니 근데 억지 복층 아니야 이거? 억지인데? 이 기어서 이렇게 움직여야 되잖아 여기. 아무튼 오, 군용 검, 기병용 서코트, 긴 푸르푸에. 어우 야, 뭐야 이거. 야, 내 장비들. 아, 너무 그리웠어. 마구를 받으러 왔어요.
I'm here for some horse tack.
Well, fuck me blind. You got out of jail yesterday, and today you've got a horse. Fuck, I wouldn't
뭐
mind having
부러워?
your kind of luck.
부러우면
But
너도
you're
귀족
fucking things
수행원 해.
up for me and making a mess. And I don't want to get a whipping on your account. I've got the tack ready, but I've been ordered to show you our herring first. You can take him, they said. So kindly take a look at him in the stable here and tell me if you want him or not. Take care.
청어? 얘가 청어야? 와, 뭐야. 169, 40, 14, 1265. 근데 이름이 마음에 안 든다. 청어가 뭐냐, 청어가. 아니 뭐 다랑어, 상어 이런 것도 아니고 청어는 좀 너무 애매하지 않아? 그리고 색깔도 좀, 난 좀 이런 어두운 말 좋아하는데. 야, 나 결정했어. 나 페블즈랑 같이 다닐게.
I took a look at herring.
And?
제 말을 데려가죠.
A nice animal. But I'll keep my own.
Never mind looking a gift horse in the mouth, you flat out refuse to accept one. You're lost though, pal. Actually, now we've got to know each other, I want to let you in on this little scheme.
일?
We could both get something out of it. But you'd have to keep it to yourself. What do you say? Can you keep your mouth shut when coin's at stake?
아, 거참. 한번 들어볼까?
I can keep my mouth shut. You can count on it. What's this about coin then?
Look, it's easy as pie. You keep your horse, which you wanted to do anyway, but I'll say you took Harry, and then I'll sell him to someone. You'll do all right out of it. I'll pay you up front.
좋아요. 뭐 나쁘지 않지.
Hey, Kabat. That's not a bad plan. I'm in.
Right, now we can get back to the reason you're here.
마구 줘 일단.
You know how to ride and control a horse?
말 타는 법은 알아요.
Ah, don't worry. I'm right at home with horses. I learned to ride with cumans on my tail, and arrows whistling past my head. A tough school it was.
Well, I'll be damned. I never heard such a thing before. But even an experienced horseman like you needs equipment, as you well know. You can tack him up yourself, right?
아, 그럼요.
Thanks.
오, 어이, 뭘 이렇게 많이 줬어. 이야, 좋은데? 굿. 갈까요?
Should we set off for Nabokov? I don't think I could tolerate another day under one roof with that idiot Schomburg.
무시하세요.
Ah, fuck him. We're here on account of von Bergov. I have a feeling he won't be giving him a pat on the back either for the way he treated us.
I suppose you're right. But I won't be fucking humiliated. A jump-top tosser like that isn't going to get high-handed with the Lord of Perkstein.
I agree. Although, the Lord of Perkstein can also act pretty haughty at times.
인정.
I know I behaved like an idiot, but
괜찮아요. 당신은 소중한 분이니까. 근데 왜 하트 표시가 왜 무난하게 가자.
Nah, don't worry about it. It's water under the bridge.
I'm in your debt. Talking of debts, there's one more we need to settle. Both of us.
뭐.
That herb woman, Bojena,
아.
really helped us after that ambush.
그럼요.
If it hadn't been for her, we wouldn't have survived.
Aye. You're right.
I gave her my word, and the word of a noble must be kept, as we both know.
You're right. That's only proper.
Therefore, I entrust you with that, on behalf of both of us. Give her our sincerest thanks, along with this. That ought to repay our debt royally.
Your wish is my
Ooh.
command, sir.
As soon as we get back from Nabakov. It's high time we set out, so we can get back before nightfall.
야, 얘가 이런 기특한 생각을.
Let's mount up then.
나는 진짜 이걸 약속을 지킬 거라고 생각을 못 했는데 말이야.
It's nice to be out under the open sky. I was feeling really cramped in those gloomy corridors up there. But I can't deny, this is a real fucking castle. I've never seen anything like it before. Perkstein is just a little fortress in comparison. Von Berghoff certainly knows how to make an impression.
근데 이쁘긴 해 성이.
That's true.
좀 구조가 복잡해서 그렇지.
I expect the office of the Royal Chamberlain is a nice earner. Or maybe he shits gold ingots.
야, 씨 귀족이 그런 말을 하게 돼 있냐? 어?
Fuck. This place makes me feel queasy. Memento mori. I could have croaked here and gone off to join my old man in eternity. God rest his soul.
Watch
Need
where
ask me.
you're riding, arsehole.
So, son, what great deeds have you achieved in life? And I'd have to tell him, well, Pa, I fucked everything up royally, and then they hanged me for poaching. Christ on a stick. I can't have that. When I go into the next life, I need to have something better to tell. A whole lot better.
행운은 용기 있는 자의 편이다.
I reckon it'll be some time yet before you go to the next life and face judgment. Audente's Fortuna Juvat, remember?
Or I've got a guardian angel by the name of Henry.
It's a shame I lost my flaming sword, though.
빨리 갈까? 비가 와가지고.
Damn it. I need to get my mind on other things and get the feeling I'm living. Let's really spur these horses on, eh? What'd you say?
아
How
물론이죠.
could I refuse you anything?
There's a junction beyond Troskowitz with a roadside chapel. Whoever reaches it first wins. So, get ready. Forward!
Go!
야야야야야야.
Quick! Go!
Go! Show what you're made of!
아니 겁나 빠르네. 페블즈 힘내. 너 할 수 있어.
Quick!
뒤따라서 하지 마. 그냥 가자.
Quick!
와 씨, 아니 왜 이렇게 빨라? 아우. 저 멀리 갔어. 와, 이건 인정한다. 너 대단하다.
Christ, yeah. Oh, I needed that. My head feels a
너
lot clearer
좀
now.
뛴다.
I'm glad to hear it.
Thanks for riding with me, old pal.
Think nothing of it. But watch out next time. I won't hold back.
You never give up. That's what I like most about you.
So, what now, Hans?
Like I say, I can see everything clearer now. And the thing that's clearest to me is I won't be trifled with anymore. I'm the Lord of fucking Perkstein. Let everyone know who they have the honor of addressing.
I'm with you on that, noble sir.
Splendid. So, forward to Nabakov. The sooner we get that out of the way, the sooner we can finally start dealing with more important matters.
갑시다.
Audentes Fortuna Juvat!
얘가 자신감이 하늘을 찌르네.
We turn right here.
어.
Your knowledge of these parts is impressive.
Don't worry. I spent some time in the local forest, so I know my way around. Soon the path will turn sharply and head down a steep hill. So be careful your horse doesn't stumble. And by the way, there won't be time for it now, But near Nabokov, there's this nice marsh where wild boar go to wallow. A good spot. Tried and tested.
Have you forgotten your last encounter with a boar?
Don't be so discouraging. I've learned a thing or two since then, and I won't let any swine catch me off guard.
기분이 나아진 것 같아서 아주 다행이야.
I'm glad you feel better.
So am I, my friend. So am I. We still have lots to do before we go back to Ratai. And I was afraid, you know, that I'd fuck it up. And I almost did. But I'm not afraid anymore. Now I see it as an opportunity and a challenge. Any old fool can manage simple tasks. But hard ones, they require a man like Sir Hans Capon of Leipa and Perkstein.
And Henry of Skalitz?
Aye, he faces the hardest tasks of all.
그러면 스리슬쩍 넘어가 볼까?
So, we're here. What now, Sir Hans?
Now, I expect someone will come to greet us. And hopefully not like they did in Trotsky.
Hey, Sir Yaromir don't receive visitors. You'll have to leave.
I beg your pardon.
아니,
See
또
to it that he
문전박대야?
receives me immediately.
Can't be done. Sorry about that.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Leipa, and I am here with a message from Lord von Berghoff. So get to it. And if you keep me waiting here much longer, you'll be sorry.
Please be patient for a while, sir.
My word. You got a sharp tongue sometimes. But what if he won't receive us?
He will. Just wait and see.
과연?
Come along. Sir Yaromir will be here any moment.
See?
오,
The Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Forever and ever.
Please excuse our precautions, gentlemen. These are evil times. Well then, Yaromir of Nabokov at your service. And whom do I have the honor of welcoming to my humble seat?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I am honored, Sir Yaromir. Sir Otto von Berghoff asked me to convey to you his cordial greetings, and to parley with you in the matter of the security of this domain.
Certainly, certainly. These are troubled times indeed. Please accept my hospitality, sir. You're surely thirsty after your journey, and you'll have greater comfort in the tower.
An excellent idea. If I may ask that our horses may not be neglected either.
Pelzel, you heard his lordship.
But I've already got 15 animals to deal with. Why doesn't Hurtle do it?
Hurtle has other duties. Stop griping and get to it.
15 horses! My word, sir.
아니 뭐
You must
목장을
be doing
하시나?
all right for yourself.
Not entirely. But fortune smiled on me for once at least.
On me too, one could say. I suppose she's doing the rounds in these parts. So, tell me, sir, how did you achieve what you have?
Well, it's a long, complicated story. But I'm guessing von Berghoff didn't send you here to find out how well off I am. Or did he?
No, he didn't. I apologize, Sir Yaromir. So, let's proceed to the real reason he sent us. Henry, be prepared. I won't keep Sir Yaromir very long.
Certainly.
Michael, you take Henry here under your wing and make sure he's well taken care of.
Certainly. Henry, eh? Michael's my name, and I welcome you to our little place. It's not the fanciest fortress ever, but you know, I like it here. It serves us well. How was your journey? All good?
아우, 좋았어요.
Aye. Lovely country. A feast for the eyes.
Well, that's nice to hear, especially from someone from far-off parts. But I must say, my throat is dry. And maybe yours too, eh? Come along with me. We'll soon fix that. I'll make you feel at home and we can have a chat. As I said, the fortress may be small, but the work never stops. Right now, we're repairing the fortifications down there, so don't get under the lad's feet. But you can drop in on Pelzel and check how he's looking after your horses. We're rolling some dice, eh? We've got none of guesswork, so don't all be shy.
여기도 주사위를.
Invite him to play if he finds himself at a loose end. At least he'll show you how your betters play.
Right you are, Michael. You can rely on me.
And you, Ertul, have you got shit for brains?
아니 그 정도로 주사위를 하고 싶지 않아요 저.
I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't know.
Shut your gob and attend to your duties.
Right. I'm going.
So you've heard then. I hope you won't disappoint Svert and pass some time with him.
그러죠 뭐.
Love to have a game.
Glad to hear it. You're a good lad. I can tell just by looking at you. His work has some polished badges. I'm sure he'd love to take a look at yours. You'll find him over there at the table. He's there pretty much all day. I'll keep telling him. Your arse will wear a hole down there one day, and you'll fall down in it. Dice and all. But
안진뱅이야?
now to the important business. There's a bite to eat on the table and something to wash it down with. So help yourself,
와우.
and I'll be happy to chew the fat. I'm sure you've got loads of stories.
아우 그럴까요?
I heard Lord von Berghoff himself sent you. So what has he sent you with?
그건 말이죠. 말해도 되나 이게? 병력 지원 때문에 왔어요.
He's calling his loyal men to arms. To fight back against the bandits running rampant in the region.
Now you're talking. It's about time. They've been causing trouble around these parts as well. How many men does Lord von Berghoff have?
걱정 안 해도 될 만큼?
It seemed to me he has plenty. Several dozen men. Well equipped.
Well, that sounds like a force to be reckoned with. Good news. I bet my left nut Lord Yaromir will send me. Tell me one thing, though, because I can't wrap my head around it. Why didn't von Berghoff send one of his own instead of some Lord of Perkstein and his escort?
Well, I suppose he wanted to show respect to Lord Yaromir. So he didn't send just anyone.
Ah, the way of the nobles. Not something I know much about, but you do,
그런
it
거였어?
seems. So your master, Lord Capon of Perkstein, is somehow significant.
별로 중요한 분은 아니라고 하면 또 체면이 또 안 서니까 띄워줘야겠다. 비행기 태워야겠다.
One of the most significant in the kingdom of Bohemia.
Well, you're lucky you're with him. Look who I'm serving. And you're his, what, page, servant?
His escort. I
저
give advice
보디가드예요.
when he asks for it. But mostly I take care of his security.
Fair enough. I get it. I used to travel with Lord Yaromir, but he barely travels these days, so I don't get out much.
Lord Capon is always getting up to something.
Well, I envy you a bit. But hey, we've had a nice chat. And since you're here, what would you say to a bit of a friendly duel? You've got time to kill, and me too. Let's do something to shorten it. We can do something dignified. We'll clash arms for the glory of our masters. You for yours, me for mine.
좋습니다.
I accept your offer. I'd fight for Lord Capon any time and any place.
Then you're the right man in the right place. Get your kit ready, and we can get stuck in.
바로 할까요? 아니면 궁금한 거 좀 물어볼까?
I don't want to pry,
말이 15마리?
but Sir Yaromir said he had some luck with horses. That sounds interesting.
Nothing interesting about it. His lordship's affairs are a long story, and a dull one at that.
그래도 꼭 들려주시면 안 될까요? 이게 무용담은 또 듣는 재미가 있죠.
If there's one thing Lord Capon taught me, it's that noblemen's affairs are never dull.
If you insist, or you're in for a disappointment. There's nothing interesting about it.
Okay.
Sir Yaromir had these relatives, and they died, God rest their souls, and his lordship inherited some land, but they couldn't give it to him or something, so they gave him horses instead, to make up the amount owed. See? Complicated and dull, but all above board.
You were right. That's nobleman's business for you.
Just so.
그럼 뜹시다.
Let's do it, Michael.
You don't have to ask twice. We've got some blunt old weapons for practice here, so we'll use them. We don't want to hack each other to pieces, do we?
That's sensible.
We'll do it in a little courtyard behind the gate. Tell me what weapon you want, and we'll get cracking.
한송검.
Some sword will do.
A choice fitting for a nobleman. Give me a moment. I'll put my gear on.
장비요? 저 장비 없는데?
Well then. Ready?
그래요. 갑시다.
Let's go. Glory to Lord Capon.
가자. 느리구나. 느려. 움직임이 다 예상이 갑니다.
Christ! Shit!
촤.
Kurva!
아, 촤.
Hey! Fuck that!
아니 여시나 먹어라는 심한 말이 그런 말을 신선 도모 경기에서 합치면 어떡합니까? 부관. 부관은 예의를 지켜서 싸우시오. 알겠어? 알겠냐고.
Hey! Fuck that!
머리. 배.
Bad luck!
들어오시오. 들어오라고 했소. 차. 머리. 어깨. 차. 머리. 차. 잘 먹는데. 머리. 어때?
I've got you!
썰어버리겠어. 물론 농담입니다. 촤. 촤. 콤보 들어간다 이제. 어때? 아프죠? 이게 바로 스칼렛의 검술. 아, 차. 좀 치네. 오. 차. 머리. 머리 아주 뇌진탕 오시겠는데? 아야, 잠깐만요. 잠깐만요. 저는 갑옷을 안 입은 핸디캡을 두고 싸고 있다고요. 차. 차. 오케이. 부서졌네. 이러면 내 우세가 점쳐 지겠는데요? 부관. 어때요? 잘하죠?
A good fight. An honourable.
Yeah, I'd say.
난 갑옷도 안
I
입고
haven't
바로
had such a
그냥
good stretch in a
털어버렸다고.
long time.
Lord Capon's honour has been defended.
That it has. Didn't expect you to take me down like that. All honor to you, Henry. Here you go. Something to remember Nabokov by on your journeys with Sir Capon. You won fair and square. If you're feeling a bit sore,
오,
go and see
박차를.
Clara. She'll be in that house beneath the smithy beyond the gate, I reckon. She'll be happy if you show her where it hurts. I might have said this already, but if you've got nothing on your plate, you can have a game of dice's work. Or try Pelzel in the stables. I'm sure he'd love to show you how we hold races to pass the time. And if you want to train some other battle skills, you can practice archery with Mark. I reckon you'll find him on the gate.
아니 뭐 있을 건 다 있네요. 이분인가?
Ave Maria. Well, I never. The great warrior
아파요.
himself has come to visit. I can't remember the last time anyone beat Michael. You didn't hold back.
나 좀 대단한데?
Nor did he. That's why I'm here, actually. He knocked me about a bit. I was wondering if you'd take a look at my wounds, if you've got a moment.
That's what I'm here for. Show me so I know if I need to apply ointment, stitches, or the saw.
톱은 아니었으면
won't be all that bad.
좋겠어.
Don't worry, Sir Knight. You'll live here in one piece. Well, I've done what I could. Better now?
Aye. Much better.
와우.
Thanks a lot.
I'm glad. Will you tell me who you are?
Henry. Lord Capon's retainer. We're on a mission from Lord Bombergov.
Oh, I'm Clara. Nice to meet you, Sir Knight.
명 받들겠습니다.
My sword is at your service, miss.
Blimey! No one's ever said anything like that to me before. But it's not your sword I need so much as your legs.
다리요?
My legs?
I
왜?
have to go and get fresh herbs for our sick folks.
약초.
It's not far, but I'll be grateful for an escort and protector. And if you tell me about your chivalrous deeds, it'll shorten the time.
거절할 순 없지.
I will be only too happy to escort
좀
such a
가다듬고
comely maid.
준비 좀 하고.
Comely? You'll make me blush. Come on then, let's go. If I don't get back soon, the sick will start to treat themselves with schnapps, and that wouldn't do. Shall we go?
갑시다.
Actually, that's why I'm so pleased you're here. A bit of excitement at last. Tell me more about knights, or better still, about yourself. Where have you been? What have you seen?
나는 말이에요. 사사우 수도원이라는 데 갔었어요.
Once, I was on the trail of this scoundrel, but the sly fox hid in the cloisters of Sasau Monastery. So I had to become a novice to track him down.
Good heavens! So you're actually a monk?
아이, 그건 아니지.
No. I entered the monastery under a false name, so I'd say I'm not a real monk.
That's good to know. Tell me more, please.
나도 좀 궁금하네. 이거 1편 얘기 아니야? 프리비슬라비츠라는 곳에서는 말이야.
Alright then. Some time ago, my native region, far from here, was plagued by a gang of bandits. I tracked them, and it wasn't easy, until I found their secret stronghold in an abandoned village.
쿠반족을 발견했어.
My lord's retinue, me included, went at them. There was a terrible battle. Our enemies were Cumans, and they fought like demons. A lot of blood was shed. But we were victorious.
You really aren't any run-of-the-mill man-at-arms. At least I have nothing to fear when I'm with you. Thank you for telling me
아우,
your stories.
그럼요.
It's nothing like my life. I just patch up the lads when they come back cut up and bruised, like last time. But I have other talents too.
네? 다른 재능? 궁금한데? 대체 무슨 재능이 있길래 이렇게 꽁꽁 숨겨놓으시는 거야?
This really is a lovely spot. If it was up to me, I'd just lie down in the grass and take it easy. But I can't.
Why not?
I have to gather herbs to treat the wounded. When the ointments and concoctions run out, they reach for the liquor. And if his lordship found out I was dawdling, he'd have my guts for garters.
Does Sir Yaramir treat you badly?
Not at all. He's a good master, but strict, I can't lie. Still, now you're here, you can help me with
FM이시구나.
those herbs. Then maybe we'll find a moment.
For dawdling? I can.
Maybe I'll tell you some stories in return.
물론
Sure. I'll be glad to help.
이야기는 언제나 환영이야.
What do you need?
I need marigold, a lot of it ideally. Then poppy and some sage. It all grows in the glade here, but sometimes it takes a while to find.
All right. I'll be right back.
Thank you. I'll wait here.
천수국이다. 다 주고 양귀비는 여기 있네. 오, 이거구나. 보라색. 됐다. 다 캤어요.
I've got everything.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot.
이제 얘기를 좀
You've really
해볼까?
helped me out.
You promised you'd tell me something.
I will. Don't worry. But first I want to show you something. Hurry.
오, 뭔가 있군요. 아니 이런 으슥한 곳에? 와우. 여긴 어디죠?
Now tell me what's so important that you couldn't tell me back there in the glade.
I wanted to give you a riddle.
A riddle?
수수께끼.
Why?
You'll know soon enough.
아니 뭐
Now
레이튼
listen.
교수님이야?
I bloom in silence, a petal's grace, a delicate charm in a hidden place, a whispered scent, a subtle ploy. What am I, elusive and coy? Solve this riddle, unlock the joy.
내 눈앞에 보이는 꽃인가?
The only petal I see here is called Clara.
The right answer. And now for your reward.
와, 좋은 장소네. 이제 뭐 말에 대해서 좀 알아볼까? 이 말들은 어떤 사연이 있을까? 말이 엄청 많던데.
Lovely horses you have here.
Aye, right beauties, ain't they?
There must be more of them than men in the fortress. That many horses must have cost a fortune.
That's right. Sir Yaramir had a stroke of luck.
What stroke of luck was that?
Look, this is Noble's business. I shouldn't go flapping my lips about it.
So there is something dodgy about it, eh?
Bollocks! It's all above board, especially our horses. Why not do something for your own lord's honour instead of insulting my lord's honour? We sometimes have this little race. You've got a horse, so you can show us your riding skills, eh?
기사의 시간을 낭비할 생각 마시고 빨리 불어. 나 참고로 빼블즈 스탯 안 좋아서 레이싱 진단 말이야. 알겠어?
Now, I spent enough time in the saddle on the way here. What's more, in case you hadn't noticed, we're knights. And knights use their horses for travelling or riding into battle.
그래
So if
그래.
you don't want to be on the wrong end of the latter, you better come clean about those horses.
빨리 불어.
Well, pardon me, I didn't want to rub you up the wrong way, sir.
The horses. Where did Lord Nebat get them?
All right.
어디서 얻은 거야?
Well, lucky for him, but not so lucky for others. We came across a bunch of them bandits who prey
Oh.
on folk here. We tore into them and hacked them to pieces. A couple of our lads didn't make it. God rest their souls. But we kicked their asses, and we took their horses. They had loads of them. Who knows where they got them, but that's by the by now.
어디서 만났니?
Where did you fight with them?
Not far from the stream that feeds into Nabakov Pond. They were just watering their horses when we charged them.
But Michael said it was between Lower Semine and Rock Tower Pond.
Really? I suppose Michael's right. It's easy to lose your bearings
뭐야?
here.
말이
Nothing
다른데.
but cliffs and ponds. It makes your head spin.
But you're local. You must know these
너
parts like the back of your
길치야?
hand.
I was shit-faced, all right? Let's leave it at that.
말이 다른데. 그리고 애초에 미하엘은 그런 말 안 했는데.
Hold on. Michael said something different. He said Sir Yaramir inherited them from some deceased relatives.
Aye, that's right. Aye, that was it. We took some horses from the bandits, and Sir Jerome, Yaramir, got the others from his kin. Aye, that's how it was.
Right. I see. Take good care of those horses then.
I will. And you, sir. Maybe I mentioned it before, but if you're at a loose end, the horses need to stretch their legs a bit. You could help us out. Just a little race around the area. It would do the horses good. And you, too. And if you managed to beat our lad, you wouldn't go away empty-handed.
싫어. 안 할 거야. 뒤가 왜 이렇게 구리냐?
What does that Pelzel eat? His breath stinks.
조사를 더 해보자.
Hey, sir, got a moment? I'm going into the woods to collect dead wood, if you know what I mean.
죽은 나무까지요?
What? What are you on about?
Nothing, sir, just saying I'm off to collect some kindling. I thought you might give me a hand.
뭐지? 일단은 따라가긴 하는데 말이야. 나무까지 줍는 거라면 그냥 여기 이런 나무 꺾어다가 가져가면 되는 거 아닌가? 아닌가? 내가 나무꾼은 아니라서 잘 모르겠네. 여긴가요?
Hey, sir, hear me out, please.
오케이.
All right.
뭔데?
I'm all ears.
It's a good thing you're here, sir. You ain't local, are you? I've never seen you or the other gent who came with you.
That's right. We're not from round here. We came to see Sir Yaramir on Lord von Bergov's business.
That's just it. I ain't seen Sir Yaramir in ages. Them new men-at-arms are
Oh?
in charge now. They told us they're Sir Yaramir's friends guarding the fortress against the bandits in these parts. But there aren't half a lot of them, sir. Day and night they come and go. And there never was that many men-at-arms here, long as I can remember. Oh, shit. I think some guards are coming this way. They mustn't see me, otherwise I'll be for it. Mark my words, sir. Something ain't right here.
뭔지 모르겠지만 일단 나뭇가지를 좀 주워야겠다.
I heard something suspicious here. It would never have occurred to me that it was you, sir. You shouldn't be creeping through the undergrowth like that. Someone might mistake you for a hare and shoot you. And that would be most unfortunate.
너 왜 이렇게 말을 어눌하게 해?
Thanks for your
괜찮아요.
concern, though.
걱정하지 마요.
I'm fine. I may have the ears of a fox and the eyes of a hawk, I'm nothing like a hare, though.
Well, I've got the nose of a wolf, so watch out. You're an honored guest. You shouldn't be creeping through the undergrowth like some wild boar. All your needs will be taken care of in the fortress, as hospitality demands.
뭔가 이상해. 굉장히 수상하고 냄새를 팍팍 풍기고 있잖아. 그럼 내가 만난 사람은 뭐야? 가짜야? 아무리 높은 사람이라 그래도 말이야. 그래도 마을 밖을 이렇게 돌아다니긴 할 건데. 당신 누구세요?
What's this about? I've got work to do.
Hold on. I know you from somewhere, don't I?
Bollocks. You've got me mixed up with someone. I don't know you from Adam.
No, I'm serious. I've seen you somewhere before.
Aye? Where was that then?
어디서 봤지? 바위탑 연못에서.
Quite recently. By Rock Tower Pond, wasn't it?
No, I haven't been to see the herb woman in ages.
I never said anything about any herb woman.
Aye, you said Rock Tower Pond, and that's where the herb woman lives, so that's why it came to mind. That old herb woman, people go to her for ointments and that, you know? Anyway, I've got work to do. Hunting, that's right. I have to go hunting. If I don't bring a hare for supper, my lord will skin me alive. See you later.
I'd bet Sir Radzig's sword I've seen that good-for-nothing before somewhere. Sakra.
뭐야?
That's the fella who was sniffing about at the herb woman's place. What's he doing here, though?
그 새끼잖아. 그때 그 조사하러 나왔을 때 한 놈 내가 조져버리고 한 놈 도망쳤는데 그 놈이잖아. 그 놈이 여기 멀쩡히 돌아다닌다는 거는 이미 이 요새가 도적들의 요새가 돼버렸다는.
Hey, sir, I'm sorry, but I have to ask you not to go any further. I'm
왜요?
sure they'll take good care of you up in the fortress.
Why can't I go there, if you don't mind me asking?
Because there's work going on there, sir. Repairing the fortifications, cutting wood, sharpening stakes. Is like an anthill there. Nothing worth seeing, if you ask me. You get in the lad's way, and God forbid you might have an unfortunate accident. I can't let that happen. I'm sure you understand.
더 가보고 싶은데?
But I want to take a look there.
Sorry, sir. That's not possible.
알았어.
All right. I understand.
Thanks for being so understanding, sir.
암만 생각해도 이분 옷이 요새 근무하는 공무원의 옷이 아니야. 그죠?
God be with you.
더 가면 화낼 거야?
Hey! You're not allowed here!
화를 내는구나. 야야야야야야야. 야 뭔가 이상해. 뭔가 이상하다니까 여기.
Excellent! My favorite retainer and protector just when I need him. The mission is fulfilled. It was a good meeting. In fact, we had a nice long chat. Sir Yaromir is a pleasant fellow, and he promised to send some men to help Lord von Bergov, of course. So we got what we came for. What about you? Did you have fun?
You could put it like that. And I saw some very strange
좀
things that make no sense
수상해요
at all.
여기.
Everything about that fortress is damn fishy.
Really? Like what?
They're not so loud.
The horses, you mean?
아니. 여기서 안 돼요.
I'll tell you everything, but
좀
not
더
here.
나갑시다.
Christ's sake. This had better be good. Well, it's time we set off.
근데 한
Give me
번도
a
좀
moment. I need to check it out a bit more.
Henry.
Please, trust my judgment.
All right, but make it quick.
잠깐만 빨리 갔다 올게. 성 안쪽에도 뭐
I'm sorry, but your lord is ready to leave, and he looks.
뭐야? 왜요?
Sorry, but your lord is ready to leave.
What?
He looks pretty impatient. Shouldn't you join him?
알았어. 나보고 가라는데요? 가죠? 갑시다.
I'm here, Sir Hans. Let's go.
At last.
일단 별일은 없어. 무사히 왔고 지금부터 제가 얘기를 해드리죠.
This place again. Oh, it makes my blood run cold. But it's good we're back safe. What you told me on the way about Nabokov was interesting. And definitely fishy. Good work. We should report it to Lord von Bergov.
바로 갑시다 그러면.
Of course. Let's see him at once.
Welcome back, Sir Hans. Henry,
Greetings, sir.
I'm glad you got back safe and sound. Now let's get down to business. Lord Capon, what news do you bring from Sir Yaromir? How many of his men can I count on?
First of all, Sir Yaromir sends his respectful greetings, sir. And he says he will pray for your good health. He was most troubled by the news about the ambush on your company. He promised 2 armored horsemen and 3 infantry bowmen. Nevertheless, while I was negotiating with him, Henry took a look around the fortress and became somewhat suspicious.
Very suspicious, sir.
I'm listening.
일단 말이에요. 말이 엄청나게 많았어요.
There are lots of horses stabled outside Nebakov. Suspiciously many. More almost than at the Samin stud, I'd say.
That's true. I noticed that as well. Sir Yaromir has a regular army of horses there.
And they can't explain where they got the horses from. Everyone had a different story. And when I asked about it, they got all flustered.
Even Nabak himself, actually. He got quite twitchy when I asked about it.
Well, well. Strange indeed. It seems that something fishy really is going on. It is good that you are so observant, gentlemen. Is that all?
더 있어요. 마을 사람과도 얘기를 해봤어요.
I spoke to one of the villagers. He said there's a large band of mercenaries at Nebakov now, and they often ride out into the countryside.
Yes. Nabak hired mercenaries to protect the fortress. I spoke to him about them.
So Yaromir has hired mercenaries to protect the fortress? But he only sends me 5 men?
그러니까요.
The villager was scared to death of those mercenaries.
이거 아주
He'd only
이상하다니까.
talk to me in secret.
Well, Henry,
수상해 아주.
you have convinced me. It seems something serious is going on at Nebakov. And we will have to get to the bottom of it. Which we might be able to do surprisingly soon, with a bit of luck. Because we haven't been idle either. We caught one of those bastards who ambushed us.
오.
How?
A stroke of luck, more than anything. He's under lock and key down in the dungeons.
And? Did you get anything out of him, sir?
It turns out he's a tough nut to crack. My men haven't yet got a word out of him.
What about torture, sir?
That is just it. The men are superstitious. They say unclean work fits only for an executioner, and it seems we don't have one here. So they just beat him a little. But the bastard certainly knows how to hold his tongue.
Damn!
I thought you might also be interested in what he knows. He's most likely from the same band that attacked you. I don't know what you think about such superstitions, Lord Capon. But if you want to try and get something out of him, I will not hold you back. Make him tell you where his gang hides out, and I will be in your debt. And if someone in the region is helping them, I want to know who.
That's an offer that's hard to resist, Sir Otto. I've a whole list of questions for that scoundrel, and superstitions mean nothing to me.
All the instruments you need are right there. Make him regret the day he took up arms against us.
가자. 고문을 해서라도 입을 열어야겠군요.
I'm surprised how tender-hearted your men are. Especially after what that band did to you and your captain. But I haven't forgotten. We'll get it out of him. The hard way, if need be.
I'm glad to hear it. You have already surprised me once or twice. So I'm interested to see if you can do it again.
좋습니다.
And if not, I shall just hang the bastard. As a warning to the others. Nevertheless, while we are dealing with nuisances, did you notice anything suspicious on my estate while I was away? Something that might put us on the trail of those scoundrels, say.
I'm afraid I can't help you there, sir. While you were away, I spent my time, hunting. And after that, I was a guest in your cellars.
That's true. And you, Henry?
저는 그래 세민의 도련님께서 본인 결혼식을 개판으로 졸속 진행을 해놓고 도망갔어요.
A strange thing happened. Young Semin rushed off from his own wedding as soon as the ceremony was over. He left his bride there. On their wedding night. The poor girl was devastated.
Interesting. That was around the time your company was attacked, was it not?
You are right. That is truly strange coincidence. Young Olda. I don't like where this is going. But we have to uncover the truth. I hope the answers are waiting for us below. In the dungeon. Now, to more pleasant business. My personal bodyguard, Lord Bartosz, also known as Black Bartosz, came back from Prague with me. An outstanding swordsman, among other things. So if you want to take your mind off things or fancy some training, as my esteemed guest, he will be at your service. You will most likely find him at the sword-fighting arena in the outer fortifications. For you, Henry, he will have a gift from my personal armory as a token of my gratitude for your services.
Thank you, sir.
감사합니다. 고문은 어떻게 하시려고요?
What do you think about it?
Are you talking about the torturing?
What else? Seems to me you were all too willing to do that dirty work.
What was I supposed to do? It was a goodwill gesture. What's more, we finally have a chance to put the screws on someone who at least has some answers. Besides, from what you said, you don't particularly mind dirty work.
할 수밖에 없죠 뭐.
You're right. In short,
정보를
it's
위해서
our task.
피해를
Don't get the
묻혀야 돼.
wrong idea. I'm also hoping we'll manage it without nasty shit.
I don't even know how to torture properly.
I don't even know how to torture badly. For things like that, nobles have minions.
Only now the minions are...
Us. True. Come on. Let's get it over with as quickly as we can. So, it's up to us again.
어우, 언제 봐도 끔찍한 곳이야. 가자.
New blood? Did the last two get tired?
We're not Trotsky guards.
I
이렇게
don't
차려입은
give a fuck
경비병
who you are.
봤냐?
I still won't tell you anything.
Lord von Bergov thinks otherwise.
Aye? Then all three of you can go and hold hands on your way to hell.
Ha ha! We've got a joker here. Who are you?
Nobody important.
That's for us to judge, if you wouldn't mind.
And who are you? If you're not guards.
알바야?
That's none of your concern now. You'll die today anyway.
So, you can talk too, eh? Tough fella.
Not just talk. He's good with the screws.
Yeah. Is yapping all you're good for?
이 새끼가. 일로 와.
Ah! Fuck off!
This
어때?
is going nowhere. You know, my friend here is a blacksmith's son. And he knows well what to do with things like these tongues here.
You won't get anything out of me. Bigger men have tried. So take those tongs and shove them up your arse, you horse and traitor!
누가 누굴 보고 반역자래? 어? 한번 집게 한번 쓱 쳐다봐야 되나? 어? 어디 보자. 요거 좋아 보이네. 보이냐?
They won't fit me, but they might fit you. Should we try?
Anything. Just spare me the jokes, please.
Let's do what we came to do. You can see there's no point in fooling around with him. Now you're going to talk, you fucking louse. Understand?
I'm not saying anything. Do as you will.
너 일단 어딨어?
Where's that band of yours hiding?
허, 이 새끼가. 우린 알고 있어. 라고 하면 이 자식이 그럼 그쪽으로 직접 가면 되겠네. 라고 하니까 어디 숨었냐고
Tell us where
임마.
we can find that damn band of yours. Now, you'll find out we're made of sterner stuff than those soft-hearted souls from the garrison. A lot sterner. We've been through countless battles and interrogated enough prisoners to know how to loosen their tongues. If you want to try our patience, then go ahead, stay silent, and you'll see what happens.
Nabokov. It's Nabokov.
I knew
네바코프?
something wasn't quite right.
Fuck! We were right in the lion's mouth.
어쭈
How did you
웃어?
manage that?
Old Nabok is a gullible fool, like you two. And stupid as he is, he didn't have many men in the fortress. We took it with one finger up our noses.
Just who are you people? I doubt you're just common bandits.
Indeed not. We actually give a shit about the fate of this land. And above all, we don't want it fucked up by sellouts like you!
Bollocks! You're nothing but a band of mercenaries raiding for coin. You're no different than bandits. So don't try to turn your crimes into something noble. I know quite well what you are. And I'll tell you in a language you understand.
우두머리가 누구냐?
Someone must be in charge of everything. I want to know who.
Fuck off!
허허허허허허. 뒤져.
Your leader. Tell me who he is right now. If you don't tell us his name right now, we're gonna fuck you up, and believe me, we can. Remember that time we found out who was leading those bandits near Neuhof?
Yeah. That was horrible. I thought you'd gone raving mad. So much blood.
But he talked eventually, right? Even if there wasn't much left of him.
Hey, hold on, fellas. I don't know him very well. They call him Jan.
Is that
얀?
it?
I really don't know nothing. I ain't been with him long. But he seems like a straight-up bloke. He's got good ideas, and nobody would dare to go against him.
너희 무리에 이스트반이 있니?
Is there a man among you they call Istvan?
I don't remember.
이 새끼가 내가 걔랑 좀 알고 있어서 그래.
There's no point in denying it. We know Istvan well.
A bit too well, I'd say.
Look, I'll tell you about him, but only because he's odd anyway.
Finally, something we can agree on.
How do you mean? Odd?
He seemed lily-livered to me. A coward. He avoids combat like the devil does crosses.
놈이 갖고 있던 검 봤을 텐데.
Does he have a special sword?
What special sword? Dobradilla.
Henry!
Does he or doesn't he?
I don't know about any fucking sword!
진짜 몰라? 본보기로 어디 하나 뽑아야겠는데. 어? 일로 와. 와! 자식 이거. 말 안 할 거야.
I don't know anything about any fucking sword! Really!
Henry! That's not what we're here for!
He knows him. He must know about it.
Burn in hell, you filthy bastard!
He's not worth it! Stop!
All right.
이 지역에 너희를 돕는 사람이 있어?
Somebody in the region must
아니
be
있어야
helping
해.
you.
있을 거야.
I'll tell you no more. Nothing. Go and crawl back to your von Berghoff.
훌륭한 대화 수단을 하나 더 써야겠네.
But you will.
뭐가 좋을까?
Go to hell, for Christ's sake!
역시 이거만한 게 없어. 빨리 불어라잉. 편하게 입 3초, 한 10초 입을 열고 그러면
Spit it out.
다
Nice
좋아지는
and
거야.
fast. Otherwise, you'll force me to use this thing. And I don't think you'll like it.
If I Kurva!
The name! Say the name!
Older! Semi!
The groom. That's why he left his own wedding.
Jesus Christ! And what about the others? Once von Berghoff finds out...
All hell will break loose! But the people from the fortress are innocent! They know nothing! If you tell him, their blood will be on your hands!
Von Berghoff isn't a madman. He'll mete justice out fairly.
My arse!
자, 그럼 왜 우리를 습격했는지만 마지막으로 물어볼게. 이게 진짜 마지막이야.
Why did you ambush us? Over by Rock Tower Pond.
Fuck! That was you! I knew I saw you somewhere before, and I'm sorry it wasn't for the last time.
You slaughtered a party of messengers, you goddamn monsters, my innocent men!
In war, no one is innocent. All of you on von Bergoff's side deserve to die.
뭐라는 거야, 이 자식이. 뺨 돼? 뺨알이 돼? 오늘 한번 똘부 대보자 내가.
They were our friends.
You filth!
What? Satisfied now?
아, 이 자식 이거 손주걱으로 안 돼? 어? 일로 와.
I'll show you.
You murdered my people, so enjoy this, you sack of shit!
일로 와, 이 자식아. 이 옆구리를 이렇게 톡 치니까 입이 방금 이렇게 싹 열린 것처럼 그렇게 하시면 됩니다. 자, 배우님 연기 스타트.
But we're not on von Bergoff's side. We came to him to negotiate an end to this senseless war. Only your damn band of outlaws put a stop to that.
Ha! A likely story.
There's no point in explaining anything to this numbskull. A firm hand is all he understands.
You're not worth the effort. I think the interrogation is over.
We'll see what Lord von Bergoff has to say about it.
Go to hell! And von Bergoff too.
아,
I pray someone will send you there.
구질구질하네. 어?
How do you feel?
Jesus, Henry! It looked like you were starting to enjoy torturing. I didn't like that much, to tell the truth.
원래 신입들이 좀 의욕과다 그런 게 있잖아요.
We let it get a little out of hand.
We?
예, 저요.
I mean me.
I should say so. I don't understand what got into you.
I reckon he told us
아니,
everything we wanted to
어쨌든
know.
Yes, good work.
그래.
There's some fella called Jan in charge. They occupied Nabakov, and that bastard Istvan joined them. But what he came out with in the end about that Samin being an ally, I just can't understand it. Why, for God's sake, has Samin turned against von Bergoff? It's open rebellion.
Do you think the others in the fortress are in on it too?
I hope they're innocent. But either way, it looks like a terrible mess.
아, 이거 어떡하지? 어떡할까? 우선은 일단 놔둬.
Well, that's exactly why I think we should keep the news about young Semin's involvement to ourselves for now.
I'm not so sure, Henry. Von Bergoff trusted in us. Won't be tired as if he ever discovers we lied to him. But do what you think is right.
I bring news from the torture chamber.
Excellent. I will send for Burgrave Hashek. I want him to hear it too.
We interrogated that captive, as you ordered, sir.
And were you able to find out anything useful?
I think you'll find some of it useful, sir.
Speak then.
일단 도적들은 네바코프에 있는 게 확실합니다.
The bandits have a camp in Nebakov. Somehow they succeeded in occupying the whole fortress.
What? How? Why? You met with Nebak yourself, Lord Capon. Did you not?
As it turns out, they locked Sir Yaramir away and someone impersonated him quite convincingly. I'm sorry, sir.
Very well. Apology accepted. At least we have found this out now. They'll soon learn what a mistake they've made.
그리고 말이에요. 이스트반 토트가 도적단과 한패였어요. 누군지 모르시겠지만.
Prisoner confirmed that Istvan Toth is with them.
Ah. That man in black armor, yes? I remember you mentioned him.
Precisely. Black armor. As black as his soul.
I understand you don't like him. That he's only one man. I'm more interested in that pack as a whole.
일당 전체라. 우리 올다시도 얘기해야 되긴 하는데. 그래, 그래도 다 박멸시켜야 되니까.
We got confirmation of what I already told you, sir. Older Semine is in league with those bandits. And he left his wedding so he could ambush you.
That madman. I will make him pay for that. And what of his father? And the people in the fortress? Have they been covering for him all this time?
그자뿐이었습니다.
I'd say it was just him. Nobody else knew about it.
Why are you so certain?
The prisoner said so. And I don't think he
왜냐면
lied to
들은
us.
게 걔밖에 없어요.
Very well.
That's all we found out.
I must say, you got quite a lot out of him. Certainly more than your men managed, Hashek.
But, sir, they...
In any event, the die has been cast. Hashek, get your men ready. You will go to Semin and deal with that traitor.
He won't escape punishment, sir.
Nebakov will be next in line.
Lord Capon, Henry. We'll meet in the late afternoon
저희도
by the
가나요?
stables in the upper courtyard. We won't wait for laggards, so be there on time.
오케이. 그 자식 허니문에 한창 빠져야 될 자식이 말이야. 신부를 내팽겨치고 도적질을 해? 넌 안 되겠다. 허니문이 아니라 그냥 지옥으로 보내줘야겠다.